YouTube, welcome to my channel. Just wanted to show you what I just found. And some of you may know what this is. Some of you might not, but if you don't, it is a Morel mushroom. I think it's a light brown one, and it's not a black one, but this is the first one that I found, and I hope to show you more that I find. Thanks. Thanks for watching, and we'll see if there's more. Thanks. Hey YouTube, just when you think you should give up and not look anymore, you run across another one. But I think that these guys are just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Anyways, I just wanted to share this, and I appreciate you watching. I thought it also might be worth mentioning how hard these are to spot. You can, I don't know if you could see that, but from where I'm standing, it's not easy, not an easy thing to see. But yeah, found another one, so we'll see. So excited. Thanks for watching. If I find any more, I'll be back. Hey YouTube, I did find another one. But if you can see, it is determined for me not to get it. It's in a pile of briar. I guess it's wild blackberry briar bush. But I'm going to get in there and see if I can't get it anyhow. But if I find any more, I'll let you know. Hey YouTube. I just found another one, and I thought it might be neat to note how to harvest them. I do have a knife, but if you can see, there's a stem at the base of that. Now, you don't want to cut the stem off at the ground. You want to cut the stem off somewhere in the middle of that. And be sure to leave a little bit of stem because it helps the mushroom regenerate. So don't just go yanking it up out of the ground or anything. I also thought that it would be a good thing to note if you do come across a patch of mushrooms, don't take every single one of them. Leave some. That's, they have spores. Mushrooms generate by spores, so repopulate. So and you don't want to ruin something so beautiful in nature. But they are delicious, and definitely go ahead and take a few. I'm going to leave this one and just let it do its thing because it's just so gorgeous. But anyways, if I find any more, I will get back with you guys and let you see what I find. Hey YouTube, just wanted to do a follow-up video here of my Morel mushroom hunting. Since I stressed Morel, I do want you to know that they are called Morel mushrooms, and you'll probably see in some of my clips at the end of this video where I call them Morel mushrooms. But anyways, morel, tomato, potato. But anyways, this is what I had taken from the woods. I did leave every other one that I found. So I come across a pretty good patch of them, and I'm super happy to be sharing this with you right now. I normally don't have any luck finding Morel mushrooms. I don't know why, but yesterday was the day for me to find Morel mushrooms. I also, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but I have soaked these in salt water overnight. Now, the thing about morels, and I'm going to tell you this, and they are delicious, and I hope this doesn't deter anybody from eating them or wanting to eat them, but they are notorious for having little bugs in them. And you can see kind of like the nooks and crannies, like so many like nooks and crannies, and I'm sure that these bugs are beneficial to the reproduction of this mushroom. but they're notorious for having little bugs in them. So what I do is I soak them in salt water. You could do this for anywhere from a couple hours to overnight. And I've soaked mine for overnight. That's what I did it, but I soaked it in just enough water to cover them, with water, or with salt water, shall I say. I put like a tablespoon of salt water in the water. And so that's kind of why they look a little bit waterlogged, I guess you could probably say that they look waterlogged. I don't know. They're still beautiful to me, and I cannot wait to eat these. I'll probably cook them up in some, with some pasta or something. But and also I should note that the smell of them is beautiful. Their taste is, they have like a, well, I could say that they have a mushroomy taste, because they do taste like mushrooms. But the only way that I can explain them is they have a more earthy taste than normal mushrooms. So, but these are quite a delight, and to have. They are, I'm super excited about having them. But anyways, I also wanted to note where you normally find these. They are normally found around a lot of like dead limbs or like a fallen tree, and well, like a fresh fallen tree, you probably won't find them around. Like if you see a tree that's laying on the ground that looks like it hasn't decayed a whole lot, you might not find them so much. But if there's a lot of wood that's fallen to the ground, then you might, and that's decayed, and you could tell that it's been there since for a really long time. You can tell it's decaying and rotting. Then that's their environment. That's what they really like. So, but I wanted to note that, and I was thinking of something else while I was saying all of that, and of course I don't remember what it was now. Oh yeah, I wanted to note that I did find these. It's around a large body of water, or I guess what is a lake. So I did find this around the lake area. And they normally grow in the forest. And I'm not saying that they don't grow anywhere else, but that's kind of where I find mine. I think, where I live, I don't live in Iowa, but I do know, and I've heard that is where most of the morel mushrooms come from this time of year, is Iowa. Which is kind of mind-blowing to me, because I'm not sure of any part of Iowa that has a lot of trees or dead trees. So I don't know if that is, I don't know if that is a good, accurate description of where you can find these or not. But I know, but I can say that that's where I found these. So, and also I think it's important to mention that I did not take every single mushroom that I took. I took probably 65% of the mushrooms that I did find, but I left a lot in the ground just because I was afraid to destroy their habitat, and to destroy their beauty. But I don't know, they are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous things. I just like to take a moment and look at the beauty of these. I've seen other videos on YouTube where they name it as like hunting morel mushrooms. And that is kind of what it is. you know, you're cutting these things with a knife from the ground, from you know, and you're taking them from where they started with their life, and you're just taking away. And I have like mixed feelings about it. It's difficult for me to think that I actually did that to these. But I guess I could take comfort in the fact that I didn't take all of them. You know, I guess, you know, that's my reasoning behind it anyway. Yeah, and I guess it's probably like hunting, you know, like if you're an avid deer hunter or turkey hunter or, you know, elk hunter or moose hunter or bear hunter, you know, there are seasons for that. And people wait all year round just so that they can harvest some deer meat or some bear meat or some elk meat or wild turkey meat. But this, and you know, I actually do have my hunter's license, but at the same time, you know, but I've never actually taken that to fruition. I think I got it when I was like in junior high at some point, you know, like I was really young, and it was, but I got it, and I do have that, and I do have the okay to do that, you know, if the season ever pops up, but I've never been able to bring myself to do it. And I think that, you know, even picking like a mushroom or something is, you know, like I felt guilty, you know, I felt extremely guilty for taking what I did take from nature and from the woods. And you know, the only thing I do is just hope that I did not ruin some kind of a habitat for these. I don't know. I don't know. It's the guilt, and it's so silly. I know. I grow a garden, you know, every year, and I don't feel guilty about that at all, which is probably strange. You know, I grow vegetables. I grow tomatoes and beans and zucchini and summer squash, and you know, but when it comes to that, when you're like intentionally growing vegetables to pick, I don't know, like maybe I'm just desensitized to it, but I don't feel bad about getting those, you know, because that's the purpose of them when I plant them, which is kind of barbaric, but which is kind of barbaric in a way. But that's kind of the way, I don't know, I'm just, yeah, but taking something out of the woods, out of its natural environment, something that's rare, you know, this is only around for a few months of the year, is, well, it's probably barbaric, but I did leave some in the hopes that they would regenerate. And you know, maybe next year I'll go there again and see what there is. Maybe there'll be nothing, and I hope that there is something. You know, of course, I would be devastated if there wasn't anything. But and you know, every year is different too as far as weather goes. But I have been talking about this for a really long time, and I don't want to keep you guys for too long. I basically want to talk where I found them. I think I put a clip at the end on how you pick them, but just in case I forgot, I wanted to let you know that if you could see the ends of these, you pick them, you try to cut them with a knife as close to the surface of the mushroom, as close to the cap of the mushroom as possible. You might see this and you might be like, what in the world? But this is a hollow mushroom The meat is all on the outside. It's kind of like a big balloon or a bubble. So if you want to kind of take a look at it, my gosh, how gorgeous are these? I think that the guilt will maybe subside when I eat these, but yeah, these are Morel mushrooms, and I've soaked these overnight in water, salt water. But yeah, I think that that's all that I really want to say about them. And I, you know, again, I'm a person that has a huge appreciation for for nature and just the natural ability. And I'm feeling, you know, I shouldn't. I only took some of them, but at the same time, I still feel guilt. You know, like I feel like I've taken a life. But it's going to be a tasty life that I've taken, and I'm going to see that nothing of these go to waste. And yeah, I appreciate you watching, and I've had a fun time doing this. So maybe there'll be more foraging videos in the future. But anyways, I appreciate you watching. And I would super appreciate you liking and subscribing to my channel. You know, because that's important to me. I know that my videos are pretty raw right now. This is the second video that I've put out on YouTube, so they're like in the raw stage. But I do plan to get a lot better at this, and I hope that also that I've been helpful in your search for, if you're doing this, or if you're thinking about doing it, or if you're just curious on how to do it. I hope that I've been helpful on kind of guiding you in the right direction. But again, I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, there's going to be more foraging videos. It might not be for mushrooms, but there's a lot of things you can forage in the wild. And also, I mentioned earlier, my garden. So there's going to be a lot of gardening videos. So I hope that you like them and watch them, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.